Hey everybody, it's Rowan, and I thought it would be a really cool idea to do this video um, for those who will not be attending Circle tonight and for my email list. And because it's a full moon, um, it's October 9th today, and if you saw the moon coming up last night, it was spectacular. It came up right about the time of sunset, so the sun was going down, the moon was coming up. It was gorgeous. And I'm not an astrology expert, but I realize that I'm getting way better at tuning into how I feel as, the seasons ebb and flow. It's really interesting to me to see within myself how things are changing and how I feel differently and stuff like that. So my plan is to pull two cards for you guys. One is going to be from this deck. Okay, it says let the moon be your guide. So one's going to be from this deck, and I'll tell you what it means. And then the other one is going to be from this deck, and I'll read from the book what it means. So what I'm going to say right now is I want you to set an intention, whatever you want, whatever message it is, or if it's an answer for something specific. Take a moment and do that now. Pause the video if you have to. If not, then just be open to the message and wherever it may apply in your life. And because that is my intention for you guys with this. So we're going to go with the moonology first. And flip that over. We don't want any upside down cards. It's been really interesting. I do know we're at the end of a huge retrograde. That's not just Mercury, it was Pluto since like earlier in the year. And I don't know, but I guess what I want to say is that even though the heavenly bodies and the rhythms of the earth all have an effect on us, we still ultimately direct us and our lives. We are the ultimate creator of our life, our reality, our world, our experience of this world, of this life. And so even though things do affect, the moon affects the tides, the moon affects liquids on the earth, so obviously it affects us. Again, we still ultimately direct that. And so it's so important for us to do our own internal work so that we are the deliberate creators of the life that we want to have. All right, let's go. So how I usually do my cards is I'll just do a shuffle, and then I'll stop and go, okay, I'm going to pick my card, and I keep it really, really simple. I just break my deck wherever it feels good, and whatever card it comes out on top, that's the card. So here we go. This card says, aha. So this is the card. It's the North Node, and it says, step out of your comfort zone. That's definitely not a card for me. Or maybe it is. I had a really interesting idea this morning, and I was like, letting go of my creative projects is challenging because they're my babies and I want to hold on to them and do them and make sure they're perfect how I want them to be. But I had an idea this morning, and I was like, I really need to turn over this one project I have to a designer. And as a designer, you can understand that's my baby, and it's but that was my idea, and so maybe this is also for me. But this is the card, and so the guidebook says this one is North Node. I'm just getting to the page. It says page 116. As soon as I get there, I will read it to you. Okay, this says, nope, North Node. Still not there. Sorry. Here we go. Step out of your comfort zone. There is a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So, are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? And then there's an attune to the moon section that says, I'm headed in the right direction. And additional meanings for the card can be, you're headed for something that feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. The teaching for this card is the North Node is where the moon crosses the elliptical going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. I will say that that is a testament in my life. You cannot convince me that that is not true, because it's been in those places where I have jumped, where I'm like, I don't see how this is going to work out, but I am called to this. I have done that. And I look back and go, wow, my life would not be the amazing life it is now if I hadn't done that. So hopefully that's helpful to you. So number 2, it is called the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. This is the deck. So there's your moon direction, and then here's a bit of self-care. And I did this for myself this morning, and they were, of course, on point as always for me. It's just, this is too cool. All right, so be open to whatever this is. Might be something you didn't think, but you know, we've got a whole month ahead as we go into this next moon cycle. Well, as we're halfway through this moon cycle, full moon, into the next full moon, which is when we usually do circle. All right, so let's get our card from this deck right there. Perfect. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, they're all interesting, right? This one says, make an altar. Now, my religious upbringing is going, ooh, because it says make an altar. But here's what it says, right? The mantra, I dedicate space for my sacred ritual practices. And that can be whatever that is for you. But let me read first before I ad-lib. An altar is a place to gather sacred objects, set intentions, reflect, pray, and feel connected to your spirit and the universe. Whether simple or elaborate, permanent or temporary, small or big, inside a home or outside in nature, it is a space for honoring the people, places, things, and activities that enrich the soul. Tune into what feels right for you. Do you need to refresh your altar space or create a new one? You can create anything from a money altar to a fertility altar, but whatever direction you go in, begin with intention. Look inside yourself for clarity on what you want to focus on. Photos, crystals, candles, animal totems, and objects to represent the 5 elements, earth, air, water, fire, and ether, are all perfect items to use. Intuitively select items that feel right and meaningful to you. Craft your altar to reflect your own creative power and the sacredness you bring to everyday life. Sit in front of it and focus on manifesting your intention. Remember that the altar itself does not hold the power of manifestation, but the energy within you as you interact with it does. I love this because it is always about intention. Intention is the thing that directs. I mean, if you look at quantum physics, I'm not going to say it because I'm going to say the wrong thing. This is literally what it is. You know, it's like the thing doesn't exist until you project it there. And so this is amazing. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I'm rather simple. I'm gonna flip this phone around and just show you guys one of my spaces. So this is a space in the window of where I live. Some beach stones, some of my crystals, my circle, my bling circle, right? I mean, it really can just be that simple. It can be nothing. It can be one stone. I actually, when I did my cards this morning, I said I did cards, I pulled cards for me this morning. I did it at the park. I took my journal, and this is my book, which is kind of like it functions to me like a sacred space. Like coming to my journal feels really special to me. My pen is part of that, my pens that I use. And then in my book, I have special things in my book that are there, that are special and sacred items to me in my book. And so even just sitting in my journal, it's like coming to a sacred altar space for me. So I hope you guys love this. This was actually pretty cool. I had the idea this morning and thought, okay, yay, for the folks that are coming to Circle, this would be really nice. So maybe I'll do this again. Let me know how you like this. Let me know how the messages resonated with you. And hopefully we'll do this again. Love y'all. Have a great week. And rest. It's a perfect season for rest. That's my intention. Rest. Love y'all. Bye.